Hi everyone. Today we'll be looking at polynomial long division. You might remember from grade 8 and grade 9 that we only went as far as a polynomial divided by a monomial. Well, in grade 10, we're finally going to look at how to do a polynomial divided by another polynomial. So in your notebook right now, please, I'd like you to put in the subtitle, Polynomial divided by Polynomial. Now, before we actually look at a polynomial divided by another polynomial, we need to review how to do your long division from elementary school. I bet you've all forgotten, so we're going to go straight to an elementary school example. Why don't you put EX in your notebook? And let's look at one of those examples from many years ago. Suppose I was your elementary school teacher, and I asked you to do 426 divided by 6. Just a little reminder on the vocabulary, please. The first number, the number that's being divided, that is called the dividend. And the second number, the number that you're dividing by, is called the divisor. Alright, now, how would you do this in elementary school? Well, your teacher probably taught you to take your dividend, the 426, put it inside this funny looking divide symbol, take your divisor and put it on the outside, and then you go from there. Now here's a little bit of trivia. Would you believe it that this division symbol actually has no universally accepted name? So a lot of people simply just call it the long division symbol. Anyways, let's get back to the division. Now, to do your long division, you would take each number in your dividend, the 4, the 2, and the 6, and you divide by 6, one by one. Let's take a look at what your thought process would be. So you'd ask yourself, how many times does the 6 go into the 4? It goes in 0 times. So you'd put 0 up here, and then 0 times 6, you go back the other way by multiplying, thereby giving you 0, and then you do your subtraction. 4 minus 0 is 4. Bring down the next number in the dividend, so we're going to take the 2 down, and then you start the process all over again. Ask yourself, how many times does 6 go into 42? It goes in 7 times, so you put the 7 up there. Go back the other way by multiplying. 7 times 6 is 42. Again, do your subtraction. 42 minus 42 is 0. And bring down the next number in the dividend. So we're going to write the 6 there. And then ask yourself again, how many times does 6 go into 6? It goes in once. 1 times 6 is 6. Do your final subtraction, and you get 0. Now you know you have finished when you've taken down every digit or number from your dividend. And in this case, it leaves a 0, so there's no remainder. So we can conclude that 6 multiplied by 71 gives back your original dividend, the 426. Now, some divisions, you end up with a remainder. Let's take a look at one that has a remainder. Put EX in your notebook, please. So let's try this one. 1028 divided by 9. Again, the dividend goes inside the funny looking symbol, and the divisor goes outside. Alright, 9 goes into 1 0 times. 0 times 9 is 9. Do your subtraction. Whoops, sorry. 0 times 9 is actually 0. And then bring down the next number in the dividend. 9 goes into 10 once only. So 1 times 9 is 9. Subtract. Bring down the next number in your dividend. 9 goes into 12 only once. 1 times 9 is 9. Subtract. That leaves 3. And then finally take down the 8. And 9 goes into 38 only 4 times. So 36. and do the final subtraction, and it leaves a 2. You know you've finished because you've taken down every number in your dividend. Sure enough, it leaves behind a remainder, and in elementary school you probably just wrote next to your answer R2, remainder 2. So we can conclude that 9 multiplied by 114 plus the little remainder of 2 should give back the dividend of 1028. So there's your long division from elementary school. Now the big question is, how would this apply to polynomials divided by polynomials? Well, let's take a look through an example. I'd like you to put EX, please, in your notebook. Let's start with a very simple one. Suppose I give you a polynomial, x squared plus 3x plus 2, and I must insist on the brackets to clearly identify that it is a polynomial. Divide by another polynomial, x plus 1. And again, that must be surrounded by a bracket to clearly identify that it is a polynomial. Now watch how similar it is to your elementary school long division. I'm going to take my dividend, the x squared plus 3x plus 2, put it inside the long division symbol, and then the divisor, the x plus 1, goes on the outside. So far, so good. Now, the division procedure will proceed very similarly to what you did in elementary school, except for one hitch. When you proceed with your division, you will always be performing the division on the term with the highest degree in your dividend divided by the term with the highest degree in your divisor. And it will keep repeating like that until you've taken down every term from your dividend. Remember, it's always highest degree divided by highest degree. Let's take a look. Ask yourself, x squared divided by x. What does that give you? It gives you x. Now go back the other way by multiplying. But here's another hitch. You're multiplying by a polynomial. So it's not just x times x. It's the x multiplied by the entire x plus 1. So let's take a look at the distribution. X times x is x squared. X times positive 1 is plus 1x. And just like elementary school, do your subtraction. X squared minus x squared is 0, so that's gone. And then 3x minus 1x, which gives 2x. Just like elementary school, bring down the next term in your dividend. So we're going to put the plus 2 down here. And again, the process repeats, but don't forget it's highest degree divided by highest degree. So 2x divided by x is 2. And then go back the other way. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 1 is 2. Do your subtraction, and you end up with 0. We know we're finished because we've brought down every term in the dividend. And as it turns out, we have no remainder. So we can conclude that x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 2 should give us back our original dividend, which was x squared plus 3x plus 2. Isn't that beautiful, guys? I think it's pretty cool. Now, you might be asking yourself, can you end up with a remainder? Of course you can. Let's take a look at another example where you will get a remainder. So put another EX in your notebook, please. And put the following operation. I want 6x squared plus 5x minus 4, do not forget the brackets, divided by 3x minus 2. Again, don't forget the brackets. Alright, let's take a look. Again, put the dividend inside the long division symbol. 6x squared plus 5x minus 4 divided by 3x minus 2. Remember, highest degree divided by highest degree. 6x squared divided by 3x is 2x. Go back the other way. 2x times 3x is 6x squared, and 2x times negative 2 is negative 4x. Do your subtraction. 6x squared minus 6x squared equals 0, so that's gone. And watch your sign combinations here. 5x minus minus 4x, that turns into 5x plus 4x, which is 9x. Bring down the next number or term in the dividend. Put the minus 4. Repeat the procedure. Highest degree divided by highest degree. 9x divided by 3x is 3. Let's go back the other way. 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Subtract. What's your sign combinations? 9x minus 9x is 0, so that's gone. Negative 4 subtract negative 6 gives you 2. And we know we're finished because we've brought down every term from the dividend. So we can conclude that 3x minus 2 multiplied by 2x plus 3 plus your remainder should give us back our original dividend, 6x squared plus 5x minus 4. So you can have a remainder. Now I think it's time for you guys to try one on your own. So I'd like you to put another EX in your notebook. I would like you to perform this division. 2x squared minus x minus 6 divided by 2x plus 3. Don't forget those brackets. You need to clearly identify them as being polynomials. Now, I'd like you to pause the video, take a few moments to try it on your own, and then when you're done, unpause the video to compare your work with my work. Go ahead, do it now. Alright, let's see how you guys did. So I'm going to do it nice and quick here. 2x squared minus x minus 6 inside the weird symbol. Divisor outside. Alright, let's take a look. 2x squared divided by 2x is x. X times 2x is 2x squared. And x times positive 3 is 3x. I'll do my subtraction. So I end up with negative x, subtract 3x. That gives me negative 4x. Bring down the minus 6. Start it again. Negative 4x divided by positive 2x gives me negative 2. Let's go back the other way. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. And then negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. Do my subtraction. I end up with nothing. So, we are done because we've brought down every term from the dividend. So we can conclude that 2x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 2 gives back our original dividend of 2x squared minus x minus 6. Congratulations, guys. You now know how to do polynomial divided by polynomial. I'll see you in class.